D-E-B.
Zeb, where you calling us from?
From Florida.
Florida in the
Oh, there's some crazy people in Florida.
There's
some crazy motherfuckers in Florida.
Bruh, what do you do for a living, boo?
I'm a digital entrepreneur. And I'm a brand building coach. So I help people build their brand. I also show people different sources of income.
Broke. Let's stop the cap and she broke.
Do you have any kids?
I have 2 daughters. I have a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old.
Same dad?
Yes.
Okay. Was you once married?
No. Our first daughter, we had 3 months into us talking. And the second daughter I had with him, we weren't even together. We just were still messing around a month in because I wanted another kid, but I didn't want another kid.
Man, let me just say this shit real quick, bro. Let me just say this shit. I gotta stop this. Look, men, do not cuff single mothers. Why in the fuck would you cuff single mothers? You need to leave them alone. They are good on their own. They are looking for men to take care of them and their children. But this mindset that they have, they don't want to be with the father that they had kids with, brought life into the world. They do not deserve men that have more than enough money to take care of not only themselves, but to take care of the single mother and their children. Single mothers do not deserve this shit. Especially talking like this. I don't care how nice, I don't care how comfortable they are. I don't care what anybody got to say about this shit. We got to stop this shit. They've got to be held accountable for their actions. Do not cuff these chicks. There's no point. Like, why?
I don't know. I'm going to take these comments off because I'm distracted. But, yeah. But it was not.
Do you want the comments off?
No, it's okay.
Okay. All right. So, you had a baby a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not with this guy anymore.
No, but there's a situation. So we live together, but we're not together. But we've lived together and we haven't been together for some time.
Oh yes, okay. It's over with. This is a done deal. This is why women in 2021 are losing. This is why women are losing. It's not because you have standards. You should have standards. You should require certain things from a man in order for him to have access to your womb. It's not because women have standards. It's because you only have standards for men that you don't find physically attractive. You have no standards for the men that you find physically attractive. And I'm really interested, and I hope she goes into detail about what this man had to offer her for him to not have to give her any commitment, but still have access to...
I'm gonna have to stop him. I don't know what the fuck he talking about. No, this is all wrong because for the fact that she's on this singles dating shit, looking for another person, looking for another man, living with the father of her children. How in the fuck your priorities are all fucked up? This is what I'm talking about. These types of women are looking for men to save them. I don't know what this guy's talking about, to be honest with you. But the reason why women are losing is because their priorities are fucked up. It's not because you holding standards over your womb and shit like that. Nobody, cool, you should. Everyone should have, but this has nothing to do with what she said. She said she's living with she's living with the father of her children that she's not with. Actively seeking another single stepfather to take her out of the position she's in. Get your priorities right. What the fuck? That's why women are losing in 2021. The fuck?
By her. What did this man have to offer for you to do? And now you're in the dating marketplace after having a child a year ago with the dude that you're still living with. You're in the dating marketplace trying to get some guy to now take care of that responsibility. And how is this not seen as wrong? Now you want a commitment, but you didn't require that from the guy that you had 2 kids with. If you're going to have standards, have it all the way around. And I know there was a podcast episode where Jordan Peterson was talking about this. He was talking about women having more to lose during pregnancy, and that's why they have higher standards, and they're very selective about the men that they choose. And I'm saying, we pretty much say in the Red Pill community, make sure you have a commitment before you have children. We want you to have standards. But part of that standard should be make sure he at least has some kind of legal commitment to you. Because if not, you end up in a situation where you're living with a dude.
Come on, let's be honest, you guys. They're talking about women have a lot to lose when it comes to pregnancy, just giving birth. Yeah, that shit, that may have been true in the 1700s, but we're in fucking 2021. Medicine and the way that people, they got C-sections, like the shit is just ridiculous on how successful births are in this day and age. Like, fatalities during birth happen. Yes, they do. Is it the norm? Absolutely the fuck not. And so when we keep using this notion that, oh, women have a lot to lose when it comes to birth, that's why they deserve to be selective. Fuck out of here, bro. Like, that shit might have been a really good argument 300 years ago, but not anymore.
You had 2 kids with him and you want to go and try to find another guy. But you've had 2 kids and it's going to be a lot harder.
Okay. So, this story about the baby a year ago. So, it was by your child's father you already had your 4-year-old child with, but you knew you guys weren't going to be together.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
So, that's a lot, honey. That's a lot. But, I mean, at least we got one baby daddy, I guess, right? But
at least you got one baby daddy, girl, I guess. You see what women promote and applaud for each other? At least you got one single baby daddy that's paying child support for you and those kids, so you can milk him of his money and that you don't really have to work that much. Now you have a little bit of financial income coming from another motherfucker, so that now you can get a stepfather and get some even more money. Yeah, good job, baby. Girl power.
But a new guy has to be willing to date you with a 1-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's get into it. This is Deb in Florida, 29. She's a Libra. She'll be 30 next week. She's a digital entrepreneur. 2 children. Okay.
She broke.
So what kind of guy are you looking for?
I'm looking for someone that has their own business, has their own thing going on, and all of that. Someone that isn't insecure and thinks that I'm still messing with him or anything like that. We are just literally the best co-parents. I think we became friends after the breakup, during the breakup, because I was pregnant. So my entire pregnancy we spent working on our friendship and our co-parenting. And it just works because we help each other with raising them and doing everything. He goes on dates. He does his thing. I haven't dated anyone in 2 years. So we broke up November.
You know why? Because men can do that. Men can have children with other women and still get lots of choices and lots of women. You know why? Because men still go get their own shit. Women love a man that's getting their own shit. Men can have children and it's just not popular. Of course, everyone's gonna be like, well, you should be there and take care of your okay, well, what the fuck ever. Whatever. We're talking about the double standards and what can happen right now. We've talked so much about what women can do and what women can get away with and shit like that. Well, let's talk about what men can get away with. Men can have children with multiple women and still get so many other women. He can still go on dates because he's attractive. Because he can still provide. It don't matter how many children he got. It do matter how many children he got, but as long as he can financially support that shit, that's it. Don't really matter. Like, let's just be honest. Let's be real with it. Y'all want to talk about being real with the shit? Let's be real about that. Men can have so many. Look at Future. Look at NBA Youngboy. Women still want to fuck all them motherfuckers. Come on. Nobody want to fuck you. You old. Nobody. Well, people want to fuck you, but nobody want to cuff you. You want more than that. You don't want people to just fuck you. This girl. But that's what you're good for. You're not wife material. When you want to be wife material, you have to carry yourself as a wife. So you can be wifed up. You're not wife material. You won't get it. You may get it, but it'll never be what you actually truly want. You know? So, in the end, even the man that will save you will never get the respect that he deserves. He will never get the respect that you've given to some other guy. He will never get that passionate sex that you've given, that this girl has given to other guys. So this is why it's not even just as a single, it's not even like as a guy getting a single mother just because she's got the financial burdens of others' children and a debt and shit like that. That's not even really, I mean, that's part of it, but think about how she's gonna respect you, how she's gonna look at you. You're like her third, fourth option. You're her last choice, last option of death. You know what I'm saying? And she's not gonna respect that. She may respect that, but you know what? In order to make the balance fair, if you're gonna wipe the single mother up, you better make it be known that you can still gonna be fucking around with other chicks. If she ain't with it, bye.
November of 2019. So, yeah.
When was the last
And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Now the standards come in. Now when you want a commitment, your standards come in. Why didn't you have those standards before you had children? Is that cruel? Is that bad to say? Like I'm trying to, why didn't you have those standards? So you want a man to have a business. And while he's away for a week at a time because he's handling business, you want him to be secure in himself to know that you're not sucking off the guy that you had 2 children with and you're living with. Like, let's be reasonable people here. I hope that if there are ladies listening to this, y'all are reasonable about this too. Is that a reasonable suggestion? I want a man that before the guy I had before, he had nothing. But now that I have 2 kids, I want a man that has things and wants to commit to me. Not only that, but he has to deal with the fact that I'm still living with the father of my kids. Men aren't stupid all the time, right? We know innately that if you allowed a man to get you pregnant twice, that you've seen something in him. Now, whether that worked out or not, whatever. But you've seen something in him at some point, and those connections still last. So for you to say, oh, he just has to be secure and just know that we're good co-parents, that's why I'm still living with him, ain't no man trying to hear that.
Last time you 2 were intimate?
Months ago. Like, maybe like 8-9 months ago.
So that's not 2 years ago.
No. But
so after you had the baby, you guys have been intimate since?
Yeah, like twice or 3 times.
Twice or 3 times. You haven't dated anybody outside of him?
Mm-mm.
So you haven't had sex with anybody since him?
No.
So that's good, but if I was a guy, I would be concerned because you're still kind of attached to this guy.
Yeah, facts.
It's not good that she hasn't had sex in that long. You know why? Because when you have sex with her, if you decide to wife her up, fuck her, and some shit like that, she's gonna be attached to you as fuck. If you the man that wants to go ahead and try to pick up this shit from this girl, man, she gonna be attached to you like a motherfucker. Not okay. Not good. Red flags all over the place. Men, you can do better than this. You can absolutely do better than this, man. If she were to lose like 20, 30, 40 pounds, you might be working with something. Quite honest, you know. Yeah. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in with your brother Trey at Unpopular Opinions. You guys check out PoorMans Podcast. He's a great guy going over there. Looks like he's a track coach. He's doing his own thing over there. So I'm gonna link the full description of the video that down below. Only wanted to do an excerpt of it. Full credit to PoorMans Podcast with this, and hope you guys have a great one. Stay safe and keep that masculine frame, you guys. Make sure that you are putting the right value on yourself, men and women. Women, you need to look at what the fuck you have and like really listen to the guys. Listen to the guys because I mean, at the end of the day, we're the ones that's choosing you. So, yeah. With that being said, you guys, I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care.